Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change, coming to you on this beautiful, sunny, nice day here in Daytona, Florida, visiting with my mom, my aunt, spending some time with family. Listen, guys, I jump on here to give you all that straight fire. Today's topic is generational wealth. Listen to me now. You got to stop focusing just on yourself. Start focusing on the next generation after you, but not just the next generation after you. Focus on the next 7 generations. When you think bigger, when you think greater, is the moment that you really start to elevate yourself to levels that you never thought was possible. So some of you might have questions like, what is generational wealth? Great question. Generational wealth is wealth that exists after you're gone. Okay, it's very important to get things in place, whether it's life insurance policies, businesses, real estate, assisted livings. Maybe you want to own restaurants, maybe you want your own gym. Create something that is bigger than just you in your life. Create that avenue that will allow every generation after you to feed and go after their goals and start to develop things that they really want to focus on. This is the problem, guys. Too many times we're living off 100% of our income. You got to stop doing that. You got to get to the point where you live off minimum 30% of your income and invest the other 70%. I live by the 80-20 rule. So I'm actually disciplining myself to invest 80% of my earnings and live off 20% of my earnings so that my money is out there working for me. A lot of us don't understand how money works, and we think that we have to go and make the money by trading our time for a job, or trading our time for a service, or trading our time for other people to build their dreams. That's basically what you're doing. And that's okay, because I'm here to tell you guys, if you're not in a position to start building your goals and focusing on your dreams, then you got to get to the point where you do it for someone else first. I guarantee you, if you bring someone else's goal, for example, let's say somebody has a kitchen remodel that they need done, but they don't have the skills to do it. They're going to hire somebody like me that's a contractor to do that for them. But this is the important thing. If you're charging 30,000 for a kitchen remodel, right? So you make the 30,000, but you end up spending the 30,000. That's a major problem, guys. Like I said, you got to get to the point where you invest at least 70% of your earnings into income producing avenues. There's so many different things, guys. There's no excuses nowadays. Look, I just rented a slingshot today because I'm here in Daytona, and I just wanted to be able to ride around. I really enjoy riding motorcycles, motocross, etc. So I rented it for 2 days. It's around $380. But imagine, instead of spending 20,000 on a slingshot, and every day it depreciates and it's worth less and less, right? Imagine when you create a business out of it, like what people do on Turo. So they go out, they buy these slingshots, they buy these cars, and they rent them out to people, right? Because people travel. So people want nice things when they travel. They don't want to go and rent some Chevy Cavalier from a rental place when you can go and ride a slingshot, or you can rent an Escalade or a Lamborghini, whatever the case may be, whatever interests you, right? But you're making money off of it. So you spent the 20,000 on a slingshot, but now you rent it out, you make anywhere from $200 to $300 per day. Let's just say $200 a day times 5. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's $1,000 a week, guys. And then you can go and ride it on the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday. So what happens now is you get $1,000 a week. Now that's $4,000 a month. and your payment on 20,000 probably gonna be like $300-400. Now you might not be able to rent it out every day, but that's okay. Even if you get enough to make that payment, but you get to enjoy that motorcycle, that slingshot, that Escalade, that Lamborghini, and you don't have to pay for it. That's how I operate, guys. So I have a problem. I can't buy stuff that's not producing me income, bringing me back money, right? I can't put my money out there and it don't bring me back nothing. That's a major problem for me. I used to do that. I used to live off 100% of my money. I remember back when I was working at the Pentagon, I made $120,000 a year, right? I would get big checks working 50, 60-hour weeks. And what I would do is I'll get my check, and by the time Monday got here, I had like $12 left over. But I was getting 1,500, $2,000 a week. How do you only have 12 or 20 or 30 or $40 left over? And then you're looking for a loan or you're begging your employer for money. It's because you're living off 100% of your income. There's a season for everything, guys. I'm here to tell you, you got to discipline yourself. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, and 10 years done passed you by and you're wondering why you haven't got any different results, because you're doing the same thing expecting something different. You got to get to the point where you stop living off 100% of your income and you start investing. Now, I understand that some of you might not know how to invest. That's fine. You got to hire a mentor, a coach. Listen, guys, I didn't just create this by myself. I hired mentor and coaches, but I hired people that were qualified to teach me what I needed to learn. You got to be careful who you get information from, guys. For example, if you go and ask somebody that never had a business or never had a rental car place, and you're trying to get advice from somebody like that, hey, what do you think? I'm going to start a business. They're going to tell you, man, you're crazy, bro. Like, you got a good job. Keep working your job. You know what I mean? You making that money every week. You don't want to take a chance on that. I'm here to tell you that yes, you do want to take a chance on that, because the moment that you take a chance is the moment that your life changes. No risk, no reward, guys. And trust and believe me. Look, I want you to understand something. Even when you invest into something and you take that risk, accept the fact that you might fail at first. Because I'm here to tell you, if you've never done it before, you have to expect failure. Why? Because you've never done it. So therefore, you're going to learn new things. You're going to have a new experience. But from there, you capture the data, you get back to the drawing board, and you start to make the adjustments needed so that you make money, so that you have success, so that you can move forward. Even when I first started my business, guys, I didn't make any money for about 7 years, but I was constantly reinvesting back in the company, marketing, branding, advertising, video content, paying for leads, etc. And then from there, as I developed my brand, as I developed my company, and I got results and data that I could share with the marketplace, is the moment that my business took off. But it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I had a bigger vision. Look, I started my first business when I was 23 years old. And my first business, it wasn't successful. It was a whole different name. It didn't really match what I was doing, but I never had a business before. I had always worked a job. But if I had the mindset that I can't start a business, then guess what? You're not going to. You got to get to the point where you say, I will start a business, or I do have a successful business. Even though you don't have a business right now, guys, you got to get to the point where you speak it into existence. You're not going to build generational wealth by just working a job. I'm here to tell you, if you're broke right now, work that job, but you have to think bigger than that job. And look, I understand that some of you might not be interested in construction or real estate or cryptocurrency or Forex or written out vehicles or driving tractor trailers. You might have different interests. That's fine. There's a million ways to make money out here, guys. There's people charging to set up business. There's people charging to learn how to draw. There's people charging to do tours. There's people charging to do consultant. Look, a lot of these consultants out here, they give advice to people, but they don't even have the data or the background needed, but they still get paid for it. But for me, you got to make sure if you're out there teaching and educating and teaching someone else something, you better be doing it, because I'm not going to hire you if you're not. That's the next thing, guys. Do not take information from people that are not qualified, but you got to get a coach, you got to get a mentor, but most importantly, you got to get to the point where you believe in yourself. You got to get to the point where you say, I will, I must, and I can. Listen to me now. Say it with me, guys. I will, I must, and I can. I will because I'm capable. I must because my family's dependent on me. I can because I said so. And nobody's going to stop me. And when you get to the point where you do it no matter what, even if you're not making money, even if you're losing sleep, even if you're losing time with your family, you have to make those sacrifices needed to get to that next level. But the moment that you take that risk, take that chance, and accept the fact that I might fail, is the moment that you move to a whole nother level, guys. Do not be a one trick pony. Get as much education, as much information as possible so that you become a walk in ATM, just like me. I'm a walk in ATM because I have so many different types of skills. Not only can I speak, I can educate, I can coach, I can do demolition, framing, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all the way to the finishing stages. So that means that the moment that maybe something slows down over here is the moment that I adjust over there and I start to pick up where I left off. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to adjust and make those changes necessary. It's just like all these things we went through, guys, with the pandemic, corona, and all this other kind of stuff, right? You need to adapt. Some people chose to just stay home or be comfortable. They didn't want to go out there and take any chances because they're afraid of getting this, getting that, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to tell you that I never stopped doing anything, guys. I continue to do what I do every single day, no matter what. And ain't nobody gonna stop me. I'll be damned if somebody tells me that I can't do construction, or they tell me that I can't flip houses, or they tell me that I can't do this or do that. I'm doing it anyway until I am dead, or you put me behind bars, whatever the case may be. But you can't put me behind bars because I'm not doing nothing illegal. Everything that I do is legal. I walk a straight line. I'm not telling you that I always walk the straight line, but if I say I'm going to do something, I do it because I understand that when you get to the point that you do it no matter what is the moment that you become successful. People aren't interested in excuses. People aren't interested. And that's why most people don't take the time to listen to you because you might be that negative person. And what that does is people that are successful, they're positive. So they don't want to be around that negativity because it drains you, it brings you down. And it's conversations that they just don't enjoy. Now, listen, it's good to share your thoughts, but turn it into a positive. The question is, what are you going to do about it? So let's say that you lost your job. Okay. Don't go around telling your family and friends that I lost my job. This person I was working for, they're no good. They take advantage. They only care about themselves, etc. That's a lie, man. They don't. If they only cared about themselves, they would have never hired you in the first place. They hired you expecting for you to be of value, so that you can make the company money or make them money, but also you're making money. But what you got to realize, guys, is that's just a temporary position or a temporary situation. If you think bigger, if you invest into businesses, if you invest into the people around you, etc. You got to get to the point where your side hustle is your own business. For those of you that are working two jobs, three jobs, I'm here to tell you I used to work three jobs, guys. I used to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning and work to 2 p.m. kicking in carpet. Then I would work from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Kmart as a cashier. And then I would deliver newspapers from 12 midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning. But the moment that I started doing side work, so I was like, man, why am I working three jobs when my day job is doing flooring? I should be doing my own business in the evening. So what I would do is I would get off of work from working 6 to 2, still had the whole day left, and I would go and do side jobs. I would kick in carpet, I would install tile, ceramic, do bathrooms, kitchen remodels, basement remodels, etc. Right? And then if you're in a position where you get paid for your service, not only are you getting paid, but you're getting paid to learn. Every job is going to be different. Every situation is going to be different. Every circumstance is different. Our stories are different, but your story is unique. But please, guys, if you don't take anything away from this call, stop blaming other people. Stop blaming your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your wife, your husband. I'm sick and tired of hearing excuses, guys. It's time to level up. It's time to stop playing with your life. It's time to focus on building generational wealth. This is the key to success. Not only does it free you and create that residual passive income, but it also frees the next generation so that you create that residual passive income. And then when you're dead and gone, when I'm dead and gone, guys, listen, I could die today. tomorrow, next week. I am fine with that. Why? Because I live my life. I've put things in place. When I'm gone, my family is taken care of regardless. Now, my hopes is that they continue to build my legacy. They continue to build the brand, the business. They continue to invest into what I have done, knowing that my dad went through the trenches. He made it happen no matter what. But it would disappoint me if I'm dead and gone that they lose everything because I worked so hard to build it. But it could happen too. The reality is I did my job, not expecting anything. I did it because that's what I decided to do. I made a decision. I committed myself. And most importantly, guys, it's the discipline that gets you there. You have to be consistent. You have to be laser focused. Eliminate all the distractions. Get to the point that can't nothing stop you. Look, can't don't exist in my world, right? I never say I can't do something, but what I do say is I can't be stopped, period, because I'm wired differently. I'm wired in a way that it doesn't matter what you do to me. It doesn't matter what happens to me. It doesn't matter if I lose money. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep. I will still do what I do. I'm here to tell you guys that when I lose my legs, my arm, or whatever happens along the way, I will continue to push no matter what. I will not get stuck in a rut. I will not become negative. I will not blame everybody around me for what has happened to me. I will continue to push no matter what. And that's what we got to do. The power of that, guys, is not only does it create a happy, successful life, but it also rubs off on other people. You start to attract the universe to you. You start to attract family members to you. And most importantly, if you have kids like what I have, your kids will now grow up experiencing this, seeing this. My 14-year-old kid, Kobe Bryant, his last name is Bryant, his first name is Kobe. Me and him have a business together. He's 14 years old. It's called KB Designs. Just so you guys know, we're going to be offering design services where we come in and we design that kitchen remodel, that bathroom remodel, and then I'll dispatch my construction team to go ahead and take care of the renovation. But I made sure that I planted that seed with him now because if he's a CEO, not if, since he's a CEO now at 14 years old, what do you think his mind is going to be like when he gets 18, 20, 25, 30? He's going to be way far ahead than majority of the people because most people are taught to work a job. Most people are taught to stay to look. It doesn't matter if you leave your company and you start your own business. Somebody else is going to take your place. I'm here to tell you that the moment that you get content, the moment that you get complacent, somebody's gonna take your place. Whether say you get to the point where you don't take care of your wife, you don't take care of your kids. Well, guess what? Somebody's gonna take your place. So never ever get complacent. Never ever get content. Get to the point where you do what you do no matter what, not expecting nothing. And I'm here to tell you that the moment that you don't expect it is the moment that it just comes to you. It's crazy. Like I used to think that I was entitled to this, entitled to that, and used to expect for people to give me this, give me that. Nobody gave me nothing. So I got to the point where I did it no matter what. I started giving back. And the moment that I started giving back, the moment that I started building people's dreams, is the moment that my goals and dreams started to come to life. It's very important, guys. Do what you say no matter what. Even if you start a business and you don't make money, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you quit. It doesn't mean that you stop investing into yourself, your family, the next generation. What that means is it's time to get back to the drawing board. It's time to analyze your business, your life, and find out what adjustments you need to make to start going upwards. And if you're only winning 50% of the time and losing 50% of the time, that's a problem, guys. You're like this. Your plateau is dot, 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 and you keep going back to the same thing. You got to get to the point where you start going like this. And that's why I said I live by the 80-20 rule. So as long as I'm winning 80% of the time and losing 20% of the time, I'm fine with that. As long as I'm investing 80% of my money and living off 20% of my money, I'm fine with that. But the moment it gets 60-40, 70-30, 50-50, there's some problems there. And I'm here to tell you that just because life is going good right now doesn't mean that it won't be bad a few months from now, but it's not the end of the world. It means it's time to get busy now. It's time to make those adjustments. It's time to analyze what you have to do to pivot, to adapt, and get to the point where you start to have success regardless. I'm past the hardships, guys. I'm past the point where I'm trying to figure it out. I have all the pieces to the puzzle. The only thing I am working on right now is the team. So I've grown in a way where it to become sustainable, you got to get to the point where you start to build a team. And as you build a team is when you start to have more success, or you buy back more time, because this is the reality. We all got the same time in the day, 24 hours. But if you're spending 24 hours by yourself, you can't get ahead as you expect to get ahead. But the moment that you start investing your time into other people, and now you got 5 people working with you, 6 people, 20 people, etc., is the moment that you will start to have more success, and you buy more time, and you can start to do more because now you have a team. The dream is in the team, guys. You got to invest in the people. You got to invest into your family. You got to invest into your kids. And then eventually, once you have that team, everybody's on the same wave pattern, everybody has the same type of mindset, is the moment that you start to become successful, because now it's bigger than just you. And the difference with me, guys, just so you know, I got people that work for me for the day. I got people that subcontract from me. I have students that ended up getting their own businesses. They used to work in my business and now they have their own businesses. That's my goal. I don't want you following me forever. You follow me now, but the goal is to create leaders for the next generation. So once you get the information, the data, and just because you were working for the day or by the hour for me, doesn't mean you can't start subcontracting from me with your own business, your own brand. Now, for those that are interested, I can help you with that. You have to get a coach, you have to get a mentor so that you get the education needed to build your life by design. So many of you are living other people's lives. And look, you have to invest in other people. That's what I do. But I'm also building my life, my empire, and living my life by design. If I need to go down and visit my mom in Florida, I do it. If I decide I want to go to Turks and Caicos, I do it. If I decide that I'm going to take a week off, I do it. But I'm addicted to the grind. I'm addicted to the hustle. So a lot of times I'm there, but I'm not there. But that's also because I'm in the process of building a team. My team is almost there where the business will start to run on automation with or without me. And that's the ultimate goal as a business owner. But the moment that you decide to pursue business, or the moment that you pursue entrepreneurship, is the moment that you have to start wearing 15 different hats. And when you wear 15 different hats, it's going to become stressful, challenging. You're going to get burnt out. That is real. But that means it's time to take a break. It's time to get away. It's time to reset, get back to the drawing board. But also, when you start to wear all these hats and you start to pick up more opportunity, that's why I said you have to start to build the team. And when you build that team, is a moment that you can start to do things on a larger scale. My goal, guys, one of my goals, not all of my goals, one of my goals is to teach and educate 5,000 entrepreneurs, to build a community of bosses, of people that live their life by design. We all can have different brands, or those entrepreneurs can buy into my businesses and feed off of my brand. I'm cool with that also. Some people might not want to start from scratch. They might want to invest into a company that's already turnkey. There's options out there, guys. But most importantly, you have to get to the point where you start focusing on the next generation. It's bigger than you. I understand we have to be selfish. We have to take care of ourselves. That's great. That's important. But also think about the other people. Invest into the community, invest into your team, invest into your family. And the moment that you do this is the moment that you start to get massive success, because you're not greedy or selfish, keeping all this information inside of you. So many people tell me all the time, Ken, why do you give all this information? I've had some of my coaches and mentors say that I shouldn't be doing these calls. I shouldn't be giving information. I should be charging for it. I charge for it. Like if you want one-on-one service, or you want me to come out to you, fly out to you, I'll do all that. Trust and believe that. But I also feel like I have to give back to the community. My goal is to plant the seed in you guys, so that you can harvest in the future. Regardless if you take action today, tomorrow, regardless if you hire me for a service or to become your coach or your mentor, I'm still going to do what I do regardless, not expecting anything. I'm giving information out there to the universe that is very valuable that can help you change your life. But you guys have to get to the point where you believe. Every single day you look in the mirror and you say, I will be successful. Every day you look in the mirror and you say, I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am creative. I am the next generation to create change, and nothing will stop me. Why can't you look in the mirror and speak to yourself like that? There's nothing crazy about that. You don't need nobody to tell you you're great. You don't need nobody to tell you you're smart. You don't need nobody to tell you that you're successful. Say it to yourself, guys. And I promise you, you're going to get to the point where you start to live a different life. Because most people that I speak to, it's always I want, I wish, that it happens one day. I wish that it would happen tomorrow. I wish I would hit the lottery. I wish that my parents left me life insurance money. All kind of different things I hear, guys. Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody. But like what I'm doing now, the goal is to make sure even when my kids are grown, they don't have to worry about money. And maybe they lose all my money. Maybe they lose all their money. I'm fine with that too. But I did my job. I made sure that once they graduate, once they're ready to step out in the world, if they decide they want to go to college, if they decide they want to start a business, if they decide to become the CEO of my companies, they can do that because the resources are there. It's past the trenches stage. So I've been in the trenches, guys. I built this from the ground up without using any bank money, without using any credit until I got to the point where I rebuild myself. Now I use credit. Now I get access to resources, but I also invested into the community. I built other people up that had money, but they wanted to free themselves so that their money is working for them. So how I grew my business is I give my investors a 6 to 8% return on their money. So you invest $100,000 with me, you end up getting $6 to 8 thousand in return every 6 months. That's how I built my business, guys. So there's no excuses about you don't have money, this and that. You don't have money, fine. Get yourself some skills. Become of value to the people that have money. And the moment you become of value to the people that have money is the moment that you don't make those excuses anymore because now you have something to offer. And when you have something to offer, you become a walking ATM. But that's another reason why you can't be a one trick pony. You got to get to the point where you make it happen no matter what. And you will be successful, guys. I'm here to tell you get to the point where you make it happen no matter what, and you will grow to that level that you desire. You will become that walking ATM. Oh, I love it. I got some comments coming in. So before I jump off, guys, let me answer some of these comments. Anybody that has any questions, concerns, you want to share some things with me, share it with me. I will answer them right now before I jump off. So Randall says, learning new things and make the adjustments needed. Great point, brother. Yes, that's so important. If you are failing, you have to learn new things. And then, like Randall said, make those adjustments that's needed. Tara, a contractor flaked on me and two others can't get to my work for a month. It's not a big project. I'm wondering if I should do the work myself, although I could be losing out on other opportunities. So I love that. I have subcontractors. I have people working for me that flake on me. I end up doing the work myself. I bring my team in and I make it happen. We have to do whatever we have to do. Now, if you have resources or money to pay somebody else to get it done, you can do that. Just so you know, Tara, if you're in the Baltimore area and you need some help with that project, I'm willing to help you out, even if I have to wait to get paid on the back end. I'm flexible, adjustable. I understand different situations. Of course, I'll have to take a lean position and make sure that I protect myself, but I'm here to help if you're in that area. I plan to branch out into other areas, but right now I'm not in other areas. But yeah, the answer to your question is if you have the ability to do it yourself, do it. And that's the power of learning all the ins and outs of your business, but also that sucks that that happened. But unfortunately, just so you know, most contractors are chasing money. And because they're chasing money, they can't really provide a service that's needed to the community. So they're constantly jumping from project to project. They're constantly making excuses. They're constantly blaming other people, and they don't do what they say they're going to do. The moment that you do what you say you're going to do is the moment that you become blessed. So with that being said, guys, I don't see any more questions. Until next time, Remember, life is great. Don't be scared. Let's get it. Don't forget to tune in to Wake Up Wednesday. I'm going to jump on here, get you inspired, push you through the week, make sure that you finish strong on Friday. Till next time, I'll talk to you soon, guys. Go out there and make it happen. No excuses. Let's go.